Here's a video to address the issues that you're having with question 8 in that extra handout that I gave you. So the problem is with adding, subtracting and multiplying polynomials. Let's start with this. When you're just adding and subtracting and there's no brackets surrounding anything, you just add and subtract the like terms. So identify the like terms. So the things with the x squared are like terms. We have a 1x squared and we owe 3x squared. So we'll have minus 2x squareds there. On top of that, we have terms with just x in it. There's a minus 2x, there's a plus 1x. Minus 2x plus 1x is minus 1x. And then there's a number at the end as well, which is its own term. So when we add the like terms, we should get that. Okay, so the x squareds are added and subtracted. Note that the power does not change. It's just the number in front of it changes when you add and subtract. So the things with x squared will give you the first term there with an x squared in it. The things with the x's, when you add and subtract them, will give you the middle minus 1x. And the number will give you the number. The powers don't change. Okay, multiplying and then adding. So I'll start with a numerical example. So for multiplying this, the 5 would have to be multiplied by the 4 and then by the 1. So we should have 20 plus 5. And then plus, there's a hidden 1 in front of the second bracket. And that plus 1 needs to be multiplied by the 1 and the 2 inside the bracket. So we should have 4 terms. The first two. 5 by 4 gives you 20, 5 by plus 1 gives you 5. The second set of terms then come from the second bracket, so that's the third and the fourth term. Plus 1 by plus 1 is plus 1. Remember, you're multiplying. Plus 1 by plus 2 gives you plus 1 as well. And now we can add the like terms. They're all like terms because they're all numbers, so you end up with 28. Right. An algebra example. Both brackets have a 1 in front of them. So we multiply both brackets by 1 and that will give us exactly the same thing without the brackets. Remember that. Now we identify the like terms. We should have a 4x squared there when we add those. And we have a look at the minus 2x and the plus 1x as well. That will give me minus x. Okay. Next set of examples. If there's a minus between the brackets, it means that there's a minus 1 in front of the second bracket, and because there's nothing in front of the first, we assume it's a plus 1. So everything in the second bracket needs to be multiplied by minus 1. Minus 1 by 4 will give me minus 4, and minus 1 by plus 2 will give me minus 2. The first bracket stays the same. Now add and subtract the like terms, and we end up with 1 in total. Remember that when you have to multiply and add, the multiplication comes before addition and subtraction in the order of operations. So you always do the multiplication first, remove the brackets, have everything on the single line, just like in the second step, and then you simplify by adding and subtracting. Okay, so we start with the multiplication. The plus 5, needs to be multiplied by the first two terms. And then there's a minus with a hidden 1 in front of the second bracket. So the two terms in the second bracket need to be multiplied by minus 1. So I should get 5x squared plus 10x minus 3x squared minus x. Okay, the multiplication is done. Now it's time to add and subtract. So keep the like terms together. That will give me an 8x squared. And keep the other like terms together. That will give me a minus 11x. Okay, last example, gents. Multiplication first, identify the like terms, and we should get minus 4x squared minus 13x.